Summer 2026, and that means it's time for the FIFA World Cup, which comes every 4 years. This year's games are not coming without controversy, though, as FIFA this year has seen a stricter, more formalized enforcement of a certain flag. Scarlett Grace with Rebel News. FIFA, Fédération Internationale de Football Association, or International Federation of Association Football in English, is the international governing body of soccer. It was founded in 1904 in Paris by 7 European nations with the goal of standardizing the rules of the game and organizing international competition. Over the following decades, FIFA expanded beyond Europe and launched the first FIFA World Cup in Uruguay, laying the foundation for what would become the world's most watched sporting event. Today, FIFA oversees international soccer competitions around the globe, including the men's and women's World Cups, and has more than 200 member associations. The organization has played a major role in growing soccer into the world's most popular sport, but it has also faced criticism over corruption scandals, World Cup bidding controversies, and disputes surrounding political expression at tournaments. Despite these controversies, FIFA remains one of the most influential organizations in international sport, and that's why it is slowly becoming a battleground itself for the tensions currently surrounding what's going on in the Middle East. In 2022, during the FIFA World Cup in Qatar, the lion and sun flag of Iran, whose symbolism goes back thousands of years and was the flag before the Islamic takeover in 1979, was already a point of controversy. The tournament coincided with the early stages of Iran's widespread last uprising sparked by 22-year-old Mahsa Amini's murder in September 2022. So, of course, many Iranian diaspora fans and opponents of the regime used the lion and sun flag as a symbol of resistance and true Iranian pride. FIFA, however, viewed the flag as a political symbol and prohibited it, along with other anti-regime messages. This was under its stadium code of conduct banning political materials, though enforcement was inconsistent compared to the much stricter approach in 2026. Security was uneven. Some fans had flags confiscated at stadium entrances or were blocked from entering, while others successfully brought them inside and displayed them prominently during Iran's matches. Images and reports showed thousands of Iranian supporters waving the lion and sun flag in stadiums, but in mid-May 2026, reports emerged that FIFA planned to ban the pre-1979 lion and sun flag and related apparel from World Cup venues. Late May, early June, Iranian diaspora groups and organizations, Institute for Voices of Liberty, for example, threatened or filed lawsuits in places like Los Angeles, arguing for free expression. But a last-minute court hearing in LA upheld FIFA's ban, citing private event rules and stadium property.
Look at them. They're not letting us to have our flags. This is the true Iranian flag, and look at them. Look at this FIFA. Look at the FIFA.
What is going on here?
They're taking us. They take us our flag. They said if we don't surround our flags, they will kick us out of the stadium.
Really?
Despite this, just like in 2022, many fans are still smuggling flags in and protesting with flags outside stadium venues. Viral videos are now showing FIFA employees going through the crowd confiscating lion and sun flags. Posts on social media even claim that FIFA directed blurring of the flag and muted sound on TV broadcast. These accusations come mainly from viewer complaints on X, with one user claiming, quote, "The cameras avoided the stands, crowd shots in the background were blurred, and compared to virtually every other World Cup match so far, there was remarkably little focus on the crowd." Another user posted, "FIFA is blurring the flag and shutting the sound off on TV. This is one of the most bizarre things I have ever experienced watching football." Toronto will host a total of 6 FIFA World Cup 2026 matches, including Canada's opening match and the first men's FIFA World Cup game ever played on Canadian soil. That particular match took place on Friday, June 12th, and someone who attended the match actually sent me a video from inside the stadium venue here in Toronto of a Palestinian flag being held up alongside Canadian flags. No ban for that flag. No ban on the flag being worn by terrorists who invaded Israel on October 7th, 2023, and committed the worst massacre on the Jewish people since the Holocaust. No ban on the flag whose terrorist government in Gaza has the genocide of Israelis in its charter. No ban on the flag being worn by the terrorists who kidnapped men, women, children, and elderly and held hostages underground to the brink of starvation, executing many of them, including 2 babies who were strangled by hand. Nope, that's all fine with FIFA. And of course it is. The head of the snake, the force behind all those atrocities, currently resides in Tehran. The occupying force in Iran, the Islamic Republic, funds and trains the Palestinian cause. It funds Hamas through the stolen tax dollars of Iranian citizens. And they've sent their team to participate in the World Cup. So, of course, their flag flies there. The same flag stained with the blood of 100,000 freedom-seeking Iranians who rose up beginning at the end of last year. But the flag those very protesters carried and died for is banned. And if it makes it in, is censored in very CCP-esque levels of censorship. What was not censored, however, was an Iranian, Islamic Republic, team member Mohammad Mohebi's controversial gun gesture celebration. The violent gesture he made triggered worldwide outrage and calls for FIFA to investigate amid an already politically charged tournament. There are posts circulating social media right now saying that he was deported back to Iran. That, unfortunately, was spurred by a satire account, and all those claims are false. Iran's World Cup team will, however, be required to leave the U.S. within hours of every match. Now, new emerging videos from inside FIFA match stadiums are not only showing lion and sun flags being confiscated, but Israeli flags as well. Shocking, right? Well, it actually should be, because Israel actually competes in FIFA and has since 1929. Back then, the team was the Eretz Israel Football Association as Mandatory Palestine. Post-1948, the national team competed in qualifiers from 1950 onward. Israel joined the Asian Football Confederation, AFC, in 1954, but was expelled from the AFC in 1974 via a resolution backed by Arab and other nations, forcing Israel into a period of isolation from continental competition. Israel had faced repeated boycotts from Arab and some Muslim-majority nations, which refused to compete against them due to the Arab-Israeli conflict and the Arab League's economic and political boycott of Israel. So Israel began competing in UEFA, Union of European Football Associations, competitions in 1991 to 92 and became a full UEFA member in 1994. It has competed in European qualifiers ever since. Some say Israel belongs in Asia and that forcing them into UEFA creates an unnatural setup. Some argue this deprives Israel of playing regional rivals and places them in a tougher European pool where qualification for major tournaments is harder. And frankly, if Arab nations refuse to play, they should have had to forfeit and allowed Israel to stay in Asia fairly because Israel is geographically in Asia. Modern Palestine is a full member of FIFA and has been recognized by FIFA since 1998, so why does this viral video show only an Israeli flag being confiscated by FIFA security, while the Palestine flag is allowed to stay? Clashes are beginning to happen in and outside stadiums between freedom-loving Iranian patriots and supporters of this bloodthirsty regime, whose, again, flag is being represented in the 2026 FIFA World Cup, while the historic flag, the flag of the people, is banned and suppressed. I guess we'll see how that continues to unfurl. Stand with Iranians. Stand with them against the oppressive force who continues to massacre them. Stand with our Canadian Iranian friends who come here and embrace our values because we share the same ones and they contribute so greatly to this country. Iranians love this country. They love their host countries because they have given them refuge from this horrendous regime that they escaped from. Please head to CanadiansForAFreeIran.com, add your name to the petition, and stand in solidarity with them. That is CanadiansForAFreeIran.com.